Hey guys, Paigesugarbutts here and welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to talk about another upcoming horror game. Fans are eating good this year. Like there's a lot of great horror games coming out next year and within the next few years. And even the rest of this year. I mean, there's just so many great horror games coming out. But today I specifically wanted to talk about Kojima's OD, or also known as like Knock, I think it says like underneath. Which is just super cool. I'm super excited about this game. And today I kind of just wanted to talk about like little almost like theories and connections that this game seems to have to PT. Not that it necessarily like is PT or anything, because of course it is its own thing and we don't know that much about the game yet, but based off of the trailer that just dropped like not too long ago, I want to talk a little bit about this and just the comparisons that I have seen and heard to PT. So yeah. So first of all, there's of course the knocking, which we have seen a lot in this trailer and is also a lot in PT. I mean, PT is just surrounded, you're in an apartment or house obviously, and it's just doors. So you hear a lot of just like spooky knocking out of nowhere. And Kojima has said himself that, knocking has always like scared him and terrified him. So that's why, he's putting it in the game and everything, which is really cool. And yeah, so knocking is going to be a huge part of the horror, and it just seems connected to PT as well. Now, of course, this isn't the only horror game to have knocking, but it just seems to be one of the main themes. And of course, with OD having it in the title now as well, at least with the upcoming trailer that we just had. So it's very interesting to see like what this knocking is going to have to do with the game and how it's going to connect to the story and everything. I mean, does this monster appear like, it knocks first and then comes in, or just, I don't know. I'm very interested to see where they're going to go with it. But yeah, in the trailer, very terrifying knocking, and it freaked me out. There's also the similarity of eyeballs watching. I don't know if how many people have noticed this in the OD trailer, because there is a lot of details. There is, whenever she's doing the candle ritual, you can see an eyeball is closed and it opens and starts watching her as soon as the knocking starts going off. And yeah, eyeballs are just like huge symbolism in PT as well. There's lots of eyes watching and just constantly feeling like you're not alone. And yeah, it's just like really spooky, really creepy. It was definitely something that really made PT stand out. And it's very interesting to see how this kind of symbolism is also going to be in OD as well. This is all we saw so far, but I'm very interested to see, what the eyeballs are going to do. And then this kind of thing like always scares me. The symbolism of like crying babies. It just like terrifies me. And there's just like symbolism of a little bit of that in OD. And then there's a lot of that in PT with all of the, crying fetuses and babies and stuff. And just, I don't know, like it's just something in our human instinct where if we hear a crying baby, it just like sends us off. And boy, does it. Like this realistic crying in both games just is really scary. And I don't know, I'm just very interested to see if there's going to be anything with that in OD. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of it in PT, but there was symbolism of like babies in the OD trailer as well. So I'm interested to see if they're going to go somewhere with that as well. This monster or presence or whatever it is going to have anything to do with that. What I also noticed with both games so far, at least, I mean, this could change in the future, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be going this way, is that there are no weapons. In PT, the whole time, there are no weapons, which makes you feel very vulnerable, and you just kind of have to endure pretty much everything that happens, and you have to be smart about everything. And so far with this trailer as well for OD, it seems to be the same case, and I hope it is that way. I love my horror games with tons of action and weapons and stuff like that, but there is just something about like subtle horror where you can't defend yourself that is just so scary to me. And yeah, I would very much like to see that in OD, and so far that seems to be the case. You seem very defenseless, and it's terrifying, honestly. So I'm very excited to see where they go with that. And of course, I don't even really have to say this, but both games seem to be in first person as well, which I don't know, just puts you more into the horror. Not that third person games can't be scary, because they definitely are, but I don't know, with these like newer PT inspired horror games, this one especially being in first person, they're just like really scary and spooky, and I'm very interested to see, what kind of spooks we can get in this game. But yeah, and there just seems to be a few like nods and references to PT as well. So I don't know, like we all know like this isn't going to be PT, it's its own thing, but I'm very interested to see all of the inspiration that it's gotten from it, because it is very clearly inspired by PT. And yeah, I just thought I would make a few comparisons of like some of the scares and whatnot that I've seen compared to the PT game to the OD trailer. I'm not the only one who has noticed this, obviously, but yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to talk about it today. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening. I know it just kind of seemed like a ramble, and some stuff might not make exact sense. Maybe it makes more sense in my head, I don't know. But yeah, let me know your theories like in the comments below, what you think about this upcoming game. I can't wait to see more trailers and just see more about this game. Like it's so exciting, and I definitely want to know more about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.